Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another review and wear test. I went from not doing one of these for months and months and months to now doing two back-to-back in a row. So I guess we're back on this train. But anyways, for today's video, I'm going to be reviewing a primer actually. I'm going to be testing out the Tula Brighten Up Smoothing Primer Gel. Michelle bought this not that long ago. You guys know her if you guys have been to this channel before. She's Michelle Elena, fellow YouTuber and also close friend of mine. And she was raving about this primer and I was like, you know what, I have to try this. So you guys might have seen in Ulta's 21 Days of Beauty sale, I did get this and I do plan to do a comparison to my favorite Holy Grail primer, which is the Milk Blur Stick. So I'm wearing both of these on my face, one side each, and then we'll see how they both hold up through the day and which primer wins in the showdown. I do have oily skin, so keep that in mind as we move forward through this review because that definitely can affect the performance of both primers, but I'm excited to try them out and share my thoughts with you guys in this video. But before we get into it, I just want to welcome you if you're new to my channel. My name's Sarah. I create content on fashion, beauty, and lifestyle. I would love it if you would subscribe and hit that bell down below so you get notified anytime I have a new video. And if you guys would like to see more reviews, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up and also leave me a comment down below with any questions you have on either of the primers or any product requests you'd like me to review next. But I've got to get going, so let's turn back the clock to before I did my makeup and test out these two primers. Okay, you guys, we got the fall vibes working here. We are all set up, ready to fix this face. Please don't mind my coffee being over here. But I have a bare face. I just have moisturizer on, just like regular moisturizer. And then I have the Tula Brighten Up Smoothing Primer Gel right here. This is the box for it in case you're looking for it in the store. It's the blue one. And this contains prebiotics to help maintain skin balance, yuzu to help brighten skin's appearance, and willow herb helps calm blemish prone skin, which is great because I have a couple of friends just, you know, all around. And for my comparison, I have the Milk Blur Stick right here. This is my go-to. This is usually what I use to prime, so I thought that it would be a good one. The difference between these two is the blurring in this one, but you never know. This one could end up blurring as well. But they both claim to be smoothing and help your makeup go on a lot smoother, and both are supposed to give your skin just a really, really nice appearance. So this Tula Primer is available at Ulta and also on their website as well, and this retails for $34, and it comes with, it looks like 1.4 ounces of product in it. So there's the packaging on this. It comes in this like really fun blue container. And it just smells so fresh. It smells like lemony almost. And there's what the consistency looks like inside. It just like kind of looks like a thick, almost paste-like consistency, which I don't mind. I think that that's gonna help the skin look really, really good underneath the makeup. And then for the Milk Blur Stick, this is a little bit pricier at $36 for a 1 ounce stick, which means you don't get as much product, but I do know that this you can stretch for a very long time. A single stick of this for me usually lasts like anywhere between 6 to 8 months, just depending on how often I'm using it. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm just gonna pin my hair back really quick. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start with the Tula Primer. It looks like you do have to use your hands, and I'm gonna use it on this side of my face since it does say that it has technology to help with blemish prone areas. That's definitely a win that it has over the Milk Blur Stick because the Blur Stick doesn't really do anything for acne. So I'm gonna take probably about that much right there just to start out with, and I guess just apply with my fingers. Wow, it makes your skin look really nice. I will say that. I think you can totally wear this like just on its own. Even though it's not necessarily blurring, I feel like it does have a little bit of blurring to it. I just feel like it filled in and blurred my pores just like right in here and just overall gave my skin a little bit more of like an airbrushed kind of a finish. It's nice so far. I really like the smell of it, and it does feel really cooling on the face, which is good because I'm a little bit hot. But now I'm gonna go in on the other side with the Milk Blur Stick, and the way I do it is I usually just kind of like draw it on wherever I feel like I need it, and then just kind of like smush it around. And you guys can see it is blurring. It does give like pretty good blurring. Wow, you can totally see a difference between these two primers. So this side of my face is a lot brighter. It has kind of like a healthier, dewier glow versus this side. The skin feels a little bit more airbrushed just because it has more blurring technology, and also my skin's a little bit more matte. Now I am oily skinned, so I do prefer a matte look just because I know I'm gonna get oily throughout the day. But if you're like normal, combination, or dry, this is gonna be really, really nice on your skin. But even with me being oily, I actually do like the glow. It just makes my skin look really, really healthy and glowy and fresh. So not minding it so far. But let's go ahead and move on to foundation. For foundation, I'm gonna use this one. This is the Uoma Weightless Soft Matte Hydrating Foundation. And I got this not that long ago, and I actually really love it. I was actually surprised because it's a very watery consistency, which really worried me, but I ended up just like falling madly in love with it. And I just haven't been able to put it down since. I adore this foundation so much. If you guys haven't tried it, highly recommend. So now I have the foundation sitting right over top. Like I mentioned, that is a hydrating foundation, so it is gonna have a slight glow to it. But since it is also a soft matte, it's not like too overly glowy if you have oily skin. And that also makes this foundation last a little bit longer on my skin than most other like hydrating or glowy foundations. But just taking a quick look at how the foundation settled over my skin, you guys can see this side is definitely glowier than this side. Again, just kind of like due to this primer. And then as far as the appearance goes, I feel like I'm still blurred out and my pores definitely look better on this side. But on this side, I do have to say I actually really like this glow. I think it's really pretty. I'm just hoping though that I don't end up like a huge grease ball in a couple of hours. But so far, like initial finish, I actually really like it. And then on both sides, it looks like the foundation is sitting really well on top of both primers. So no complaints there as far as like how it's doing with the foundation. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the rest of my face. Then we'll come back here and take a look at how it looks with a full face on. Okay, so full face is done, and I just wanted to take a look at how all the rest of the products, the powders, everything ends up sitting on top of these two primers. So you guys can see that with all the powders and stuff, I lost a little bit of the glow that I had on this side, but I still do feel like this side is a touch brighter than this side. Again, this side with the Milk Blur Stick is just a little bit more matte, but really taking like a close look here, this side with the Tula Primer is really smooth. And as far as the appearance goes, between the two sides, I actually prefer the Tula side more as of right now. We'll see how it wears throughout the day. I'm on my way to go shoot with Michelle, so we're gonna be changing a lot. Luckily, it's not too hot today, actually. I think this is the first time that I'm not complaining about the heat excessively, so that's good. But yeah, we'll see how both primers hold up with the weather outside and the constant changing and everything. And I will wear this full face all the way into the night so we can monitor how the two sides are doing over the course of the day. All right, you guys, it's now 2:30 and we've been shooting some looks. I'm here with Michelle. She went back in her car, just kidding. But I've changed 3 times. It's luckily not too hot today, but we are getting hot just because we're changing, we're sweating and stuff like that. But I just wanted to check in here on the 2 primers. So actually, I'm surprised. It looks like the Milk side started getting a little bit more oily versus the Tula side actually stayed at like the level of glow that it was before. But both sides are still looking pretty good. I'm not seeing like the makeup breaking up too much or anything like that. So I'll keep wearing it and check in with you guys a little bit later. Okay, so I just got home. I'm unpacking my car, but I wanted to check in on these primers. It's about 6 o'clock right now. I don't know if I actually mentioned it, but I finished my makeup at 11 o'clock, so it's been about 7 hours at this point, and it's all looking pretty good. I will say this side with the Tula Primer actually looks better than the Milk Blur Stick side. This side is just looking like it's breaking down. I'm actually more oily on this side, so yeah, that's where we're at so far. But I'm gonna hang out the rest of the night, give it a few more hours, and then we'll check in and see a final verdict at the end of the night. Okay guys, so it's the end of the night and I'm about to take my makeup off, but I wanted to do one final check-in. It's about 12:30 now, so I've had this makeup on for I think 13 and a half hours, so most of it has definitely broken down. You guys can see this makeup's done. So pretty much by the end of the day, these came out at about even because I mean, what is gonna last this long? But overall thoughts, I will say, as far as which one I like better, I like them better for different things. I definitely like the Milk Blur Stick better for like a lighter makeup look or like a no makeup look, and then I'll just like use the blurring stick to kind of help out my pores and any imperfections. But I actually like the Tula Primer a little bit better under a full face, just because I did like the glow that it gave me, and I was actually really shocked that this side ended up actually being more oily later in the day, despite the fact that it started out more matte. So that was actually really surprising. But I think either of them are definitely really good. I will be adding the Tula Primer into my regular rotation. I was very impressed by it, but I think it just all kind of depends on what you're looking for in your primer. But anyways, it's been a long day. I need to take off this makeup. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope I answered any questions you guys have on either of the primers. But if there's anything you still want to know, feel free to leave me a comment down below. And of course, don't forget to like this video and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.